I love Tank Davis, so I'm actually a fan, and we've talked to them, so I don't think he has any plans to fight anytime. I don't want to speak for him or whatever, but I have talked to him, and I'm a fan, so I'm looking to make all the big fights that are out there. No, I love Tank Davis, so I'm actually a fan, and we've talked to them, so I don't think he has any plans to fight anytime. I don't want to speak for him or whatever, but I have talked to him, and I'm a fan. So.
All right, here we go. So kind of a double video right here. I'm gonna talk about Dana White. I wanted to kind of get to it yesterday, but I couldn't get to it, but it should be better. You know, Dana White turned around and said that you know, he wants to make Tank and Shakur, and you know, he said that he hasn't talked to Tank. And the second half, I'm gonna get into what Crawford said about Shakur. And you know, Zuffa pretty much paying people. It's that PBC effect. It's the PBC model. I won't even say effect. You know, Zuffa's coming in here giving these guys money just to get them on a platform. You know, just to have you on your own, have you on my platform to get, you know, motion. They're not saying we're going to buy fights or make great fights to get people to Paramount Plus. Now, I don't know if that's part of their phase, but it's a recipe for failure. Historically, PBC did that. They had names and they put them in the ring with no name guys or guys that people didn't want to see, and it failed. The recipe for any sport is to put the best two teams in there. That's why sometimes that's kind of the crazy thing about, you know, team sports is that you sometimes you don't get the best matchup. You know, upset happen, injury happens. It's kind of like the Super Bowl where we were supposed to get the Vikings and the Broncos, and was it Gary Anderson or Morton Anderson hadn't missed a kick ever and damn near forever, and he missed the kick to send the Vikings to the Super Bowl, and they gave us one of the worst Super Bowls, the Falcons and the Broncos, you know. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. In boxing, you kind of can control that a lot more. And we've seen other entities or companies find fighters and do the one-sided thing. Just you can fight nobody. No, it's a recipe to fail. You shouldn't start off like that. If I'm gonna spend 8 figures on Shakur Stevenson, or I'm gonna pay above market value for Hitchison or Belanga or guys like this, guess what? I need a top fight. I need a top fight. I need the elite fight. I don't gonna get Shakur and not get Devin. I'm not gonna get Shakur and not to promise to get Tank. I'm not gonna get Shakur and can't get Keyshawn. I'm not gonna get Shakur and I can't get him in the ring if the fans want to see Oshaki Foster. No, they basically like, come over here. You ain't gotta fight nobody. We gonna pay you like you gonna fight somebody. So then when it's time to fight these fighters think that's their marketplace value. They think if, you know, he go over and get Shakur, I don't know the deal. I heard it for 2 years, 10 million, 20 million for 2 fights. He think I can go out there and if I fight Devin Haney, I mean, that gotta be worth 20 million plus back end money, plus points on the package, points on the pay-per-view. That's why they think that every time somebody come in, they fuck the money up in boxing. And that's why these guys don't want to fight. And it seemed like it's by design not to allow the fighters to fight each other. It's by design because you had PBC come in and do it. You had Eddie come in and do it. Then you had Turkey come in and do it. And you got Dana White coming to do it. Now, I'm not knocking people for getting their chili. I'm not knocking for it. Get your money. But as a consumer, it's terrible. And then by basically what they want to do is wait till these dudes like AJ and Fury punch drunk and and somebody was in the comment section the other day. I think I was live. He was saying, well, Fury was, I think it was like Lord Typhoon. Shout out to bro. Well, Fury and Wilder should have waited for what? They should have fought sooner. When your body can recover physically and mentally when you're younger. When you older and you start taking L's and taking abuse, it's going to be harder to overcome that. That's why when they've been protected for so long and then they have they have a tough fight and they lose or they barely get by, they never recover from that. It's supposed to be fights that make you get better. And a lot of these guys, you know, go into hide and they retire. But in general with Shakur, you know, and them trying to make the Keyshawn, the Tank fight, bro. Even Dana White say, I don't think he coming back for a while. So be it. You got to wait till his pocket's hurting, bro. And it's as simple as that. y'all sitting here, y'all never wanted to make that Devin Haney fight because y'all wouldn't have gave Shakur Stevenson no type of chili, no chicken, no guap, no money, no fettuccine, no nothing. Until they both simultaneously sign on that line. And that's the problem with boxing. They think they can recreate the wheel when it's already been created. This model has been proven to be broken. I pay you money, to fight nobody. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. Hate to break it to him. And then you can't even pass the baton no more. You can't even take a Mayweather and have him pass his fandom over to a Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Or how, Hector Camacho Sugar Ray Leonard was supposed to be Hector Camacho and then pass the baton to fight De La Hoya to stamp De La Hoya. Camacho fucked that up, but De La Hoya still found his way, but it was a different era. Boxing was on a different plateau then. It was a different pedestal. It was high, So you don't have those no more where you have, Tyson, Holyfield. You have these names, Roy, James, Tony. You have these names that Riddick Bowe that create, and Holyfield, you create magic. None, Tony. You know what I'm saying? These guys don't want to fight no more. And Shakur is proven to be right. I can just say I'm the best and get paid like I'm the greatest. So be it. But we know Tank ain't coming to fight Shakur Stevenson. Tank want the same thing Shakur getting. I don't want to fight nobody. I want big money to fight nobody. And people acting like it's a crime to have these fighters fight the best fights. I don't see how it continues to be a crime. These side ass niggas, I don't get it. But it is what it is. They know it ain't gonna happen. Let's move on. So you had Bud, right? You had Bud Crawford come in and say,
"You think everybody's scared to fight Shakur?"
Yes.
Why?
Because he's great.
He hit hard, right?
It ain't that he hit hard. It's just that
he's hard to hit, and I think people don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that
they don't like that.
He mastered the martial arts of hit and not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
If you master something in a sport that's one-on-one, only a select few people is gonna be crazy enough to be like, man, I want to fight him. I want to test him out. Just say if you mastered, wrestling,
right?
And you was one of the coldest wrestlers ever. It's gonna be people that be like, they gonna go in there like they was used to go in there with Tyson. Like, man, I can't beat this dude. Like, man,
they already lost in their mind.
You know what I mean? Man. And it's gonna be some dudes like, man, he gonna have to beat me. He gonna have to show me. Like, I'm just as good as him. And I think that's what it comes down to with boxing. Like, people is scared to lose, and he's not scared to lose.
Mm.
He's putting his talent and his craft on the line every time. Like, hey, show me that you can beat me. And the people that know that it's gonna be a tough time, they're like, I don't even know if I want to go through that, because I want to keep my O. And I think that's what it come down to.
Came in and said that, Shakur's the best and he's a great fighter and, ain't nobody beating Shakur. Oh, don't nobody want to fight Shakur because, he's so hard. Man, lying. Like, these niggas be getting a microphone and be lying. It's a way to support your homeboy. Like, I think he the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think nobody fucking with him, but, he got to go out there and prove it. Only time will tell. This is what I seen in the gym, and this is what I believe, but only time can tell. You can understand Uncle Murder don't watch that shit. He hit hard and, but he don't hit hard. He not the best. He could fight Devin Haney for 8 figures. He chose not to fight Devin Haney. He put all these contraptions in, and that's the problem. They did the same thing with Gervonta Davis. Kept saying, oh, he the greatest, he the greatest, he the greatest, he the best. Oh, Tank so good, Tank so good. So Tank don't feel like he got to prove that he good. Y'all just say these lying ass motherfucking statements. They lying. Like, how you great without proving you great? Based on what? Because anybody I competed against that was the shit, whether it was bullying in the ring, whether it was one-on-ones, whether it was shooting darts, whether it was us on the golf course, us boxing, slap boxing, whatever it may be, hitting the baseball. If you was the truth, you didn't hesitate to show. You wanted to show motherfuckers. If you get in the bowling alley, you wanted to show motherfuckers you was the truth. If you want to get on that controller on that game to show people you was the best at Smash Brothers, the best at 2K, the best at Blitz, the best at NBA Showtime, the best at Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, you didn't hesitate, bruh. You wanted to show people that you was like that. It's like getting a new outfit. When you go out there, you want to show people that you like that. So these OGs, man, sitting there fucking lying. I get it. It's hard to be objective and tell the truth. And then, oh, he hating on me and we ain't friends no more because I just not saying that. I'm like, yeah, man, I think he a great, I think he could be a great fighter. We just got to wait and see. Ain't no fucking way you talking about motherfuckers scared to fight Shakur Stevenson. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I don't like this space. It's just too many lying ass niggas in this space, dog. Too many lying ass niggas, and these niggas be hyping. This nigga 29 years old. Okay, when he gonna do it? He could have fought Shaq. He could have fought Devin. Come on. But then again, this is why a motherfucker feel like he don't do no wrong. He a great fighter. You got Max Kellerman. Yeah, he the greatest. And prove it. I'm like Tim Bradley. Prove it. That's all I want to see is you prove it. You prove it. I give you credit because he ain't no fucking great fighter. That's why I say, man, the Hall of Fame should just stop after Triple G, bro. After they let Triple G in, bro, I start looking at that shit funny. They start letting everybody in. You know what I'm saying? They gonna let Adrian from Rocky and Paulie gonna get in that motherfucker. You know, Jake Gyllenhaal, sweet ass, gonna get in there from his performance in Southpaw and shit. They gonna let Zeus Shimon in the Hall of Fame, man. Hit the link in the description. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. You can find me everywhere. Peace.